how are you? Today I'm back with another video, and today, as you know, this channel we usually do everything health. So today we are going to make bread crumbs. This is from a request from a viewer who wants to know how to make healthy breadcrumbs at home. So today I'm going to show you how to make healthy breadcrumbs at home. And as you know, we give healthy tips and recipes. And by the way, before we continue, to know what is going on now, you need to watch my previous videos, and you need to watch the video where I made spices, very healthy spices. You need to go watch that video. Why? Because it will lead you to what I'm going to do today. So there, and you also need to watch there's a video about how the spices that you need in your kitchen in 2022. This is some of the reasons as to why I was telling you need those spices, because when you start making your own powders at home, your own food at home, those are the spices you need, and they are healthy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to make 3 healthy different recipes for breadcrumbs at home. So remember the sunflower seed with the shell, this powder that I made. You need to go check this powder out, how I made it. And here it is. You saw me using it the other time, and today I'm using it again. Remember the orange rind. If you don't know how to make orange rind, please go down the video and watch orange rind, how to make orange rind, because the peel of the orange is the most nutritious part of the fruit. So all this, I'm going to try to make 3 breadcrumbs out of all this. So first of all, before we start, you'll notice I have some dry stuff here. So these are dry red onions. That's why we have this one here. Here I have a garlic that I cut and dried. That's the garlic. Here are pineapple skin. Here are the wet pineapples, and dried, the ones that are not dry, here they are. And here are the chives, the green spring onions. Here they are. So I took this, I cut into smaller pieces, then I dried them. You can dry them in the oven for 6 hours on the lowest heat, or you can dry them in the sun, but you have to cover them up. If you want to know how how I do that, go and watch the spice, how I made the spices, and there I'll show you how I cover up this when I'm drying them up. So this you just cut into slices, and they all dry and become this. In fact, they have crumbled a lot because they dried so much. This you just cut one and then cut them into smaller pieces. The same too, the covers, just dry them, they'll crawl up and be like this. Okay. So now we are going to start. So you're going to start. The first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in my toaster. So I've brought in my toaster. The first thing is to bring in the toaster, and I want to toast this bread until it dries. So as you know, while the bread is still toasting, I'll tell you what else we have here. We have the cumin, the cardamom, the turmeric, and the Royco cubes. If you live this side of Africa, we have these Royco cubes, and I like their taste. And then here I have the coriander, dried, and which the seeds, the coriander seeds, which I ground. And then these are the cloves. These are cloves. So that's what we are going to add in. So let it toast, and after it finishes toasting, we are going to start. It has to toast until it is very, very hard. So, you know garlic is good for immunity. Garlic is good for digestion. Garlic is good for your gut. And garlic is very good for your teeth. It's very good for coughing. If you're coughing, if you take a garlic, yeah, you just grind it and take it. That's good. If you've not watched the video that I did, the garlic water, you need to go watch the garlic water. The onions, you find that the onions are some of the best. They are good for your heart. You can use the water to clean your scalp. You can use the water to clean your acne. You can use this so I have to turn it again. So you get that these onions, they are good. They are very good for your immunity. You can just boil them, add ginger in, and inhale them. And again, this you drink it. It's like a detox. It's a detox, by the way. It's very good for your, if you're having stomach problems, you can drink onion water, red onion water. I did a video on this and here, and you can go check down there. The shelves, they are good. They're also good for if you're coughing, for digestion, for your immunity system, for high blood pressure, all these, for cholesterol. All these are very, very good. Pineapple skin, I have done a video on pineapple skin. You need to go watch that video on pineapple skin, how you boil the pineapple skin. It's good for cancer, good, very good for cancer, whereby you go and have it during the chemotherapy. You need to take a lot of pineapple, and throughout your whatever your treatment, you really need a lot of these pineapples. The pineapple itself plus the skin, they are both very nutritious. If you come here, you'll find the turmeric. The turmeric is good for your heart, it's good for your skin. In fact, people put it in soap. The people who make soap, they put it in soap. It's good for drinking, it's good for your stomach. It is good for your intestines, it cleans the intestines. It's good. Let me just say it is a good thing. You know very well that cloves are very good for you. They are very good for you. Oh, it burnt a bit, but it's okay. So let me remove the darker parts. Actually, you really don't need a blender for this. If you don't have a blender, it's okay. You can just crumble them down like this. You don't need a blender. Even if they don't, they can just crumble down themselves. Good. You see, it's burnt so well. So if you don't have a blender, you can just do this. There's no harm in that. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to put them in here then. So I'm going to do 3 recipes. So this is the first recipe. Yeah, this one is okay. So I think that's enough. So let me remove the... Okay, and in it, let me put in the red onions. Remember, I am making breadcrumbs that you can use at home. In it, I'm going to add a little cloves, a little cumin, and a little turmeric. So in here, I'll add a little, remember the powder, the sunflower seed powder I made? I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to put in my rind. I keep making rind, a lot of rind. In this house, I must have rind. That's enough for the first one. So this is the first recipe for the breadcrumbs. So this is the first recipe for the breadcrumbs I've made. So let me go to the second recipe. So the second recipe, this is the second recipe. So you can make breadcrumbs at home. Whether you have a blender, you don't have a blender, you can make breadcrumbs at home. So in this second recipe, I'm going to put the garlic in, the dried garlic, and the pineapple skin. And in there, I'm going to add the ground coriander and a little cumin. And in it, I'm going to add these Royco cubes. If you have any other spice, you can add in any other spice. The main thing is you're having the cubes. So, and I'm going to put in the rind and the sunflower seed powder that I made. If you've not watched that video, please go watch that video. So let me make the second one. You remember, you can make at home even if you have or you don't have a blender. You've seen what I've done, you can make. And then you just add in all the other spices. This is our second one. This is our second. This is our second recipe. Then the third recipe, remember, you can go on with so many different recipes. It just depends on what you add in. Remember, I'm also just challenging myself to put up these recipes. Some of them I've done before, others I'm just learning with you as we go. So there are the breadcrumbs. I'm going to put in cardamom with the skin. With the skin. Turmeric must be there. I love turmeric, it has to be there. A little cumin. And in this, I'm going to add a little coffee. For coffee lovers, I'm going to add a little coffee. For coffee lovers. These are breadcrumbs we are making. In there, I'm going to add the green spring onions or the chives. If you've not watched that video, please go watch it. And in it, I'll put that. I'll put this small Royco cube. It's so tasty. It's packed with taste. I wouldn't mind having it in there. And for the people who love spice, I'm going to add in a little black pepper. Just a little. Remember, we are doing 3 recipes for breadcrumbs. You can just, if you don't have a blender, you can just make simple breadcrumbs and then you add in the spices. But this one, we are making with what we have dried. These are the last. This is the last spice. Breadcrumbs, spiced breadcrumbs you can make. So as you've seen, they all have different spices in them. There's the one we have the pineapple skin in it. We have the one with garlic. We have the one with red onions. We have another one with the chives. We have turmeric in there. We have the Royco cubes in there. These now are the spiced breadcrumbs you can have. If you don't have a blender, you can just have the normal breadcrumbs. But if you can, you have a blender, you can make it a notch higher. Even if you don't have a blender, you can take the breadcrumbs, crush them, sieve them. Then you can add all the other spices, ground spices that you've bought in them. Then you can use them on your chicken, on your beef, on your turkey, on all the products you want, or all the food you want to cook. For those people who have burnt on this channel for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. And we appreciate, we are humbled. Share, like, and subscribe. Put a thumbs up so that we can be recommended to other viewers. And for those returning subscribers, thank you so much for staying with us and sticking with us. Do me a favor and just give this particular one a thumbs up. This is good stuff. Share, like, subscribe, even put a comment. Make yours and let me know what you made. Thank you so much and see you on the next one. Bye.